Hey, so let's do some fasted fitness. I decided to drop by my parents' house on the way to the gym. I'm gonna do the mobility stuff for real at the gym, but I just realized that it's early in the week, it's always a lot more people there, and I'm still gonna film some strength stuff on the gym, but during this mobility drill, I wanna be able to talk and explain what I do, so just doing it here real quick. So the first thing is what's called an inchworm. So you want to bend over like this, but not bending the knee, or at first at least. And if there can be a small bend in the knee, but not by the knees moving forward, but by the ass moving back and down a bit. Now I think you can see me. So like that. And when we can't get any further, that's when we can bend a little bit and walk out to this position here. And so we're walking, that's a hamstring stretch and also some shoulder stability, because we don't want to hang in our shoulders, we want to keep them engaged the whole time. And then, I hope you can see me well here. I take one foot forward on the outside of the hand on the same side I take and reach in over there. And this stretches a whole lot of areas, but the groin area, around the hips a lot. And then you go like that, open up the chest a bit more, and then you do another little hamstring stretch here by kind of raising the butt. And then you do it on the other side. I'm not doing it for real now, so I just fast forward through it. And then we have one more static stretch in this little drill. So we take the leg forward right here, so you want to have a 90-degree angle in your hip and in your knee, so the knee should be facing forward, then the leg or the foot is facing that way. And this should probably, you can keep one hand here if it starts to slide. This is the stretch of a muscle called the piriformis. So if you feel like stiff or tense in the butt, it's usually not the actual glute muscles, it's the piriformis. So this stretch is really good. And if you're very mobile here, you can lean forward and it's such a strong stretch. And then you just switch sides. Do the same here. Oof. Yeah, that's a deep ass cheek stretch. Yes, and then you come back, and the goal here, you move backwards in the inchworm, and the goal here is that each time you bend the knee a little later, because hopefully get the hamstrings warmed up. So that's the drill that you can do, because you can of course stay in each position a little longer or just go back and forth between two positions, but that's a nice little drill to just go through a few times. It's more fun usually, I think, to do it a little sequence of short stretches several times instead of spending a lot of time on every stretch. But yes, so that's a little drill. But stuff you can add is the hip flexors. We didn't really get a very strong stretch there. So we have now I know the names of them finally. I have kind of tight hip flexors, probably because of sitting a lot, genetics, and people today, mainly because of sitting a lot, have kind of tight hip flexors. So we have one, we start with the rectus femoris. It's one of the four, quadriceps is the big thigh muscle here. All of them have the function to extend the knee like that, but the fourth one, the rectus femoris, attaches up here too, so it also has this hip flexing function. So we bend the knee and you can also use your hand for this, but it's easier to put the foot up on something. Then you get down here, and probably a lot of people will feel it right away, just like this. And what you don't want to do, you don't want to sink down into your hip like this. You want to doing posterior pelvic tilt. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by that when I stand up, but the opposite. Want to move our butt like that and not like that. So, and if you want to add some extra stretch to this, you can reach up like this. And yeah, right now I'm especially tight on the left side, so this is a good stretch. But yes, do a quick one on the right side so you see it from that angle too. Such a strong stretch. Yeah, there you see. So what I meant by posterior pelvic tilt, this is an anterior pelvic tilt. So you don't want to, because in that position you just kind of hang in your hip if you do that. We want to do that instead. So not only moving our pelvis forward, but almost like if we could all the way into here. So not this. And then we have the other hip flexor muscle and psoas muscle. So if we take the stretch we just did and we just drop down foot. And the same thing here with the posterior pelvic tilt. And this will stretch the rectus too, especially if you're very tight there, but it's going to hit more on the psoas, which is located more on the inside of the front thigh. Yeah, and even here it's not as much over your head, but if you twist, you're going to feel a bit stronger stretch there. The other side real quick. Oof. Yeah, so that was just a little showcase of what I'm doing. I do some stuff for shoulders and chest too sometimes, but I can't really show it here, and I won't be doing it today. But the hips and legs are so nice for most people, you know, because both for the fact that we're often tight here because of our lifestyle today, but you know, this is like the center. There's so much going on here in your everyday movement, you know, standing up, walking around, jumping or running if you have to do that. But yeah, so let's go to the gym and lift some weights. Just realized that I don't really have time to do an edit where I add commentary on my training in the gym. So I'm not going to film all of it. Maybe I'll tell you afterwards exactly what I did, but what I'm going to film is I'm going to work up on the deadlift up to the heaviest weight. I can do one on, like meaning one rep, one heavy rep, and that will be the deadlift workout. Just, yeah, adding weight, doing one rep, so that I can show you. Also from my the last longer fast I did a video with a fasted workout, and yeah, made some comments about it, so I'll link that video at the end of this video if you're so that was quite nice. Went inside this little playhouse or whatever on a playground because it's kind of windy now. But yeah, I only filmed that one rep I worked up on the deadlift. 180 kilos, felt easy, went fast up. Could have pulled 190 for sure, probably 200 too, but you know, I've learned the hard way that sometimes it's fine to just go hard. You don't have to give it all you possibly can give every time. But then after that, I did a set of bench press too. Did the same, only I didn't work up to a single. I worked up to where I usually train and stopped one rep short. And then I basically just went
through all the machines in the gym, work through my whole body on the same weights I usually do, but stopping a few reps short. It's kind of funny, and I didn't really notice being weaker in anything, and in some things even stronger, but actually not though, because most of the time when I come to, say, triceps for instance, I've done maybe 7 sets for chest or something where the triceps assist, so it's not really fair to say that I'm stronger when I haven't burned out the muscle fully when starting. But so yes, I did follow up with a sauna today too. Only a short cold shower, like 15 seconds. But yeah, I'm feeling great right now. My body feels so smooth but slow. And this I might as well mention it again. Mentioned it in earlier videos, but your NEAT goes down when you're fasted, and that stands for non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So basically, your body goes into this energy sparing mode where it tries to make you move as little as possible. So that's kind of interesting with the deadlift. It doesn't really feel heavy, like you're weak. It felt like my muscles are tired. Like when you're in bed and you're awake and you could get out, but you just want to be there for a bit. It feels more like that. Not like it's impossible to move the weight, just like that the body rather wouldn't do it. And so now I walked really, really slowly from the gym because my body just tries to make me move slower. Let's talk about this real quick. So this energy sparing mode in the fasted state, it's not a starvation mode, because some people confuse fasting with starving. And I don't know it on the detail level, but I know this, that true starvation mode, that is when you're running low on fat. Because us humans have this unique property that we can store body fat so well, and that's really meant for periods when we don't get a hold of food. But so starvation mode, that's completely different. Like when you're fasted, the body starts cleansing out stuff, autophagy, removing old damaged cells and stuff like that. But in starvation mode, like take a bodybuilder that's like 1 week from contest, that's when you get down on like essential levels of body fat, like the least amount of body fat you can carry without dying, basically. And then there's way different stuff going on, bad stuff, like the body will shut down functions that aren't immediately needed for survival. Testosterone goes way down in bodybuilders before contests, because when you're that weak, you don't want to, I guess our biology doesn't want us to get children when we're in that state. So really everything shuts down, and they can get back to normal after that, but that's what happens right before that. That's why you'll hear them complaining that they feel so bad. So that's way different than being fasted. But yes, I did I also did the mobility stuff I showed earlier, and yeah, great, feeling great, just awesome. This is the fun part of fasting, when you're 48 hours plus into it. And tomorrow, I think you can kind of notice that I'm very loose right now, just open to talk about anything really. But tomorrow is probably when the trippy stuff is gonna come out. I have one fun thing planned. If I think of something else, to talk about or something else to do, of course I'll add that to a video, but I have at least one kind of funny thing that I'm gonna do. But for now, if you're finished with your 48-hour fast, well done. If you're still fasting with me, keep it up. Please like, subscribe. Please recommend me to friends manually. Not just liking. Please tell people if you appreciate my videos. All I ask is that you help me to grow this channel, because it would be fun if this could become something bigger, and of course that would lead to me getting better equipment and doing more serious productions and stuff. I'd really like to do more videos in the gym, but then you really need a gym where you're allowed to film all the time. You need someone to help you out. Of course, you want to have a good camera and good audio and all that. Yes, I'm thinking ahead just of the stuff that I really want to do. But you know, if you can help me out, please, I'd appreciate it a whole lot. So happy fasting, everyone. Peace.